think it's Saturday today, but I got something. I'm looking around here, man. That's hematite there too. I got a hematite artifact, and it looks awesome. The water, we got a bunch of rain. I found a few points in this creek. I found an axe on video by a rock in this creek. I sifted a few triangles, found a couple notch-based triangles in here, a couple Jack's Reef points, some decent stuff. But up this way, let's see if I can find it. It's right over in here. I mean, I got a hematite celt just laying. You can see the water come up and was clear up in over here. And it really washed this gravel bar. And I always look this one and 3 more down the creek here towards the river. And this is where I find this stuff. It flows right into the Ohio. About, I don't know, about a mile from me. But here it is. See if you see this. This just looks awesome. It's a celt. It looks like hematite to me. It's just laying flat out. I was on this bar 5 minutes and saw it. It's a real big bar. The creek runs through it, and then there's a bar on the other side of the creek too. But right here, see if you can spot it. It's a little celt, like a tomahawk, but it's ungrooved, kind of to explain what it is. It has a bed on it, and I can see it. Right here's the bed. Look at this, just laying flat out. See what we got. Oh man, this is nice, and it's hematite for sure. Look, you can see the metal on it right there, like in the iron. Oh, this is nice. Wow. Look at the bed on that, folks. Look how deep this water is here. This should really turn red, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, look at that material. Just absolutely beautiful, folks. It's real heavy. It feels like a hammerhead, like off a metal hammer. Yep, that's a month maker. I don't find many of these, most of them have bit damage. This is a good one. Later, folks. I'm going to a dump now. Alright, I've been here about an hour. I've tried several different spots in the dump, and I got back in here, and there's all kinds of bottles back in here, but you can see I'm way under this clay layer. The clay layer's thick here, but I'm in the trash layer, and I got a marble. It's right here. See what we got. Ooh, it looks pretty nice. It's nice condition anyway. It's a green, and like, man, this looks old too. The swirl of it all, it's an old one. Look, there's the turkey head right there. That's a Christensen. Oh man, right there it is. This is another good one. You can see it right. You have to look at books, but it was there. Let me get it cleaned off and I'll show you later. Alright, you can see that old look to that marble there. I've looked at a lot of books. This is an old one. I'd say it's a Christensen. It's got a real nice green swirl to it. It's not a white base. It's got clear in it and like gray and white and blue. That's pretty nice, and the condition's nice. It's got some rust staining on there, but that'll all soak right off. Pretty good one. Later. Alright, I try to keep all the stuff together on this channel, and some of the stuff I dig in the dumps, I'll have somebody put it on the internet for me, like $25 for a large flat rate of boxes or bottles that I don't want for the dump, like the little blue ones. A lot of them, I have so many already that I just can't keep them all, and some Coke bottles that I have doubles of. Well, I sold a few lots of them, and this is one lot of bottles. I have $25 or less in this bottle. I think it come to $22 with everything, but sold a lot, and this is trash to treasure. I got this awesome crockery beer, and it's Christian Moorline Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's crockery, and look at that. It says exhilarating, stimulating, rejuvenating, wholesome, delicious, and pure. Moorline's Old Jug Lager. That is nice. It's nice condition. It's beautiful. It's a good piece, you know. Haven't found one of these in the dumps I'm digging, so now I have one just because I did some hard work. And look at these like figures on there, little babies. That's very cool. I love it. Well, anyway, folks, later. All right, I got this like about a month ago. I had some errors with my GoPro and the stuff, and then I got the video and it got screwed up of this already. I'm sorry I haven't got this on yet, buddy. I ran into all kinds of technical difficulties, and then I deleted the footage, and I had to go back, and these were displayed with the other shells that I've got sent in at my dad's house. I had to come down and get them so I could do this all back over, but I got it all. Here's the letter from says, "Hey brother, just wanted to drop a few lines to tell you how much we enjoy watching your videos. My wife and I get a kick out of being able to relate to some of the stuff you dig up. We are both in our 60s, and I just retired in July of last year. My kids bought me a metal detector for Christmas, so I started watching videos on Google, and that's how I got hooked on yours. I have been a hunter, fisher, and fur trapper my entire life, and have spent more time in the woods than anywhere, but I have yet to find an arrowhead. We live about 8 miles from Lake Erie and about 3 from the Black River, on which there are several large paleo villages. Anyway, one of the things that I found most admirable about you is the way you always mention your mom and pop. Well, I'm here to tell you, love them up while you have them. Mine have passed several years ago, but I still miss them terribly and think of them daily. We just came back from Strongsville, where we stayed for an Ohio decoy collectors and carvers show, where my buddy of mine had 3 brass shell casings on his table. These were favored by waterfowlers and or around the late 1800s to early 1900s, as they could be easily reloaded. Thought maybe you would like them for your collection. I almost forgot to mention that the glass jar you have Lucky Joe mustard, my pop had one just like it that sat on his dresser for as long as I remember. When the popsicle truck went down the road, my pop would let my brother and I get a quarter out of it, and I would buy 2 popsicles off their truck and still get a nickel change back. Your jar is the only one I've ever seen other than my dad's. Now have that on my dresser. I now have that on my dresser. Well, I'm going to send you one I found, because I found 2, buddy. I'll fill it with some marbles or something, and I'll get it out to you this week. I'm extremely busy. It will be in the next 7 days though, and I will email you when I send it, buddy. I see your email there. Anybody that sends in a letter like this and something, I will definitely read the whole letter from now on. I have more time. I have people looking with me. The pressure's off of me. I would have loved to went to this Ohio Decoy Carvers and Collectors Association. If you're into this kind of stuff, look this up and maybe think about attending it. You saw it here. You sent me a nice badge too, and these shotgun shells. My dad's a big hunter, and all the shotgun shells I've got on my channel, they're displayed in his room with his most prized possessions. And these are awesome. I love these things, man, and my dad just absolutely loves them. Look at them. Winchester number 10. This is a UMC company, Bridgeport, Connecticut, 10A. And I think this one is Winchester number 20. Wow, these are nice, man. I can't thank you enough, and you really made my dad's day. When I brought these, he looked at them for a couple days, was looking up stuff on them, and he loves the mug. I told him he should just drink out of that, and he is. I'm gonna go in and take it out, and he's gonna drink his coffee every morning. Thanks a lot, folks. You couldn't have sent me something that I liked any better. Thank you.